Dumb it down, go stupid. Since 17, been counting M's, my bank accounts on Goofy. Gave up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Eagles are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Cardinals, who will need to solve that secondary.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside. No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision. He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them. Throwing his Wentz. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jay Howard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's taken in by the rookie, Shelton Gibson. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 43 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game. Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us? Absolutely. With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Johnson. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Here's Palmer to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And the back goes into motion. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throw.
Halfback sent in motion. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 46. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I thought it was a big deal when Arizona acquired Chandler Jones before the 2016 season. Some people called it a boom or bust trade. Which Chandler Jones would you get? I think the Cardinals like what they saw in 2016.
After 4 years with New England, really settling in as a Cardinal. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on fourth down, that's big for the defense.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. It's caught left side by John Brown. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
They ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now it's Palmer. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On second down, Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now Palmer on third and long. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Wentz now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be first down, Eagles. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Palmer now into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jay Howard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This one fielded at the 5. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he's got room. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for a third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Johnson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when we see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Room here to run. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on second down, Palmer. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll run it here. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. That one goes for 24 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On third and long, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big one there, as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
This one taken from the 7. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now here's a carry heading left. There he goes inside the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll bang that one through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Now a play fake here on first down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Palmer. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Went all the way up to the 40-yard line. There, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Wentz to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Eagles, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.